Hey everybody, hope you guys are doing well. I am live on Instagram and now on Facebook and Rumble and YouTube. Please send me your comments. I'd love to hear where you're and see where you're watching from. And guys, I want to tell you about, I usually come live after I film. I tape my show Faith and Freedom on Wednesdays. So since I got all dressed up and no place to go, I'm going to talk to you guys. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you. Instagram's killing it. Come on, you guys over here. I'm going to try and check out the chat, see who's joining me. Hey, Sean. Hey, Joyce. And we've got Wyoming in the house, Ohio in the house, Oregon in the house on Instagram. Thank you guys so much. What I usually do, since it's fresh on my mind, I can go over my guests. I usually have 3 or 4 guests on my show that airs on realamericasvoice.com or americasvoice.news. Also airs on Rumble every Sunday at 10 a.m. But here's a secret. You want a secret? Here's a secret. I just found out that they also release it on Friday. So if you're in church and you can't watch the show because you're in church on Sunday, go on Friday. Go to americasvoice.news and you can watch my show. And guys, I have had everybody from Donald Trump Jr., Kimberly Guilfoyle, Sean Foyt. I've had Kirk Cameron, Charlie Kirk, Candace Cameron Bure. So I have authors and doctors and politicians, the good ones. There are a few of them. But today or on Sundays, Faith and Freedom that airs on Real America's Voice. The reason why I started that is because I got banned on Twitter, and this ties in. So we all know what happened during 2020 and the presidential election. Because of COVID-19, we had to do social distancing. Like, that became a phrase. We never heard of social distancing before. We never had to wear masks. They closed schools and they closed gyms and health clubs and churches. However, liquor stores and strip clubs were open because, I guess those are essential for some people, right? But social distancing became a common phrase. And I'll never forget one time I was in a Whole Foods and I put my mask below my nose. Like, I'm not going to wear. I had to get in. So I played the game, and then I was in line and I dropped it under my chin. And this lady in front of me took her cart. She was like really angry. She took her grocery cart, and she put it behind her so that I couldn't get close to her and put my items on the conveyor belt. Like, do you guys realize what this did to us? It changed everything. The reason I'm bringing this up on my show on Sunday or Friday, if you go to Real America's Voice, I have Dr. Richard Bartlett, who was right on cue, and I have to watch what I'm saying on social media, but he gave some, let's say, remedies that 100% of his patients walked away fine. And I go into the details what that is. And I don't even know if I could tell you what he talks about on my social media. So screw it. I'm just going to do it. And if I get banned, I get banned. You can find me on my show on Faith and Freedom on Real America's Voice. But guys, there is another, I'm going to, who remembers Pig Latin? I don't even know if that's like we made this up. Endemic pan. Did that even make sense? There's another one of those coming this year, and who'd have thought? Well, we did, because we told you this is an election year. They're going to stop at nothing. And sure enough, right on cue, there is another one coming. And if you go to, hopefully I can say this, I can get away with saying this, because this is actually a website, birdflusummit.com. It's a thing. They already have it planned. And guess what? If you go to the summit, they've got just so many breakout sessions, and they have an agenda. They've got more than 20 sessions, including, say a prayer that I don't get banned. for saying this. This is the name. I'm not making this up. Do your own research. One of the breakout sessions is mass fatality management planning. Here's another one. Don't believe me? Please do your own research. How to conduct morgue operations. And what happens if there's a supply chain interruption? And I wonder, like, what do they know that we don't know? But my guest, Dr. Richard Bartlett, talks about all of that and more. And what you need to know, there are some cheap remedies that are over the counter. And he did give me a heads up. So I started using a couple of them. There is a over the counter nasal spray. I had this cough for about 3 weeks. I started using the nasal spray. It's done. And the one most important thing that you need to know also, when you use nasal sprays, he talks about this, is having mouthwash. Because if you think about it, where does that stuff go? It goes down your throat, into your mouth. So we need to use mouthwash after. And Dr. Richard Bartlett goes into a lot of detail about what you need to do. Gosh, I don't know. It sounds like these people who have the bird flu summit, maybe they know about the date or the times, or, if it's going to happen in the next couple of months before the election. I mean, it sounds like they're really clued in on how. I'm being super sarcastic. I hope you guys realize that. Okay, so the other thing I wanted to tell you guys is more serious. Well, that was serious too, but we all know that Saturday, President Trump literally dodged a bullet. And the way he moved his chin, like just slightly, he was touched by the hand of God. That's what saved his life. I just got goosebumps. And this is a reminder, everybody, that this nation was founded on principles of God, family, country. And it's a strong reminder that there's a higher purpose for President Trump and a calling for him. And we have to pray for him, his safety and his family's safety. It's crucial that we keep him in our prayers during these times. His leadership and his vision are what is going to take this country back to being great again. The founding fathers built this nation on not just some of the amendments, because I talk about here. I lost the First Amendment. Did you? We can't talk about things. I got banned probably for a few reasons, probably one being that I talked about, I've been in the health and fitness industry for 44 years, and I shared what helped me during COVID, during those lockdowns, and good vitamin D from the sun, exercise, eating good, drinking good water, those kinds of things. But we no longer have the First Amendment. And they're coming after the Second Amendment. You know that, right? Send me hearts. Send me hearts on Instagram if you agree. They're coming after us, guys. And you know what? It's quite obvious now that they're coming after you and me, and President Trump is just in the way. On Monday, on my birthday, yes, I had a birthday on Monday, 62, and we were with Don Trump Jr. at an event for Hunter Nation and NRA, and lots more coming out about that soon. They are joining forces to be stronger. And it was interesting because I'm more timid, believe it or not. I don't love public speaking. I can talk to you guys like this or teach Zumba when my knee is good for 60,000 people. I don't care. At the Swedish Rock Festival, I did get on stage with Ted and dance. I don't really care. But public speaking, I don't like it. And when Ted got up on my birthday, he said, everybody wish Shemaine a happy birthday. And they all sang to me, including Don Jr. Hopefully there's a video of that coming soon. But I'm like, I'm going to be bold and brave. I'm going to be an Esther. I'm going to get up and on stage and talk with Ted. And joining us in that environment was Mark Geist, survivor of Benghazi. And he also wrote 13 Hours, talks about what he had gone through. And he was shooting back at hundreds of people trying to kill him and his buddies. And I grabbed the microphone and I said, here's Mark Geist. Think about what he went through. They were trying to kill him. He survived miraculously. They were coming at him from every angle, shooting at him. And you know what? This is what the deep state is doing to every one of you watching this now. They are coming after you. President Trump is just in the way. We know that now, right? So we've got to preserve these principles that our founding fathers so amazingly provided for us. And the challenges that we are going to have in the next couple of months are going to be significant, make no doubt. They're going to be incredible. I think all of this is just building up to something nefarious, but we have God on our side. We've got something that they don't. We got God on our side, right? So coming together, guys, we all have to lift one another up in prayer, standing strong, and making sure that this light that we all share, the light of freedom and God, family, and country, continues to shine, not just through President Trump and what he's trying to do, but for each and every one of you watching. But most importantly, guys, for future generations. I don't know about you, but I look at my grandkids and I'm like, what are the history books going to say about this time? No doubt, this is history in the making. And President Trump just, he was touched by the hand of God. So we've got to come together. And I'm getting a message on Instagram. Hope I'm still here. Send me hearts. And okay, I am. They're like, do you want to take a break? No, I don't want to take a break. I want to keep going. So I want to share also with you, a couple of Bible verses that if somebody can write this down and share, this would be great. Pray for Trump and USA. That's what Kevin Schultz said. I totally agree. So 2 Thessalonians 3:3. But the Lord is faithful. He will establish you and guard you against the evil one. Psalm 46:1. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. And finally, Deuteronomy 31:6. You know this. Be strong and courageous. We gotta be strong and courageous, guys. Thank you all for listening. Thank you for joining me. Please share this. I hope I'm not banned because of this. I love you all. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to be coming at you with more information soon. But until then, get prayed up. Just open the Bible if you never have. Please, I'm not a Bible scholar. I feel like every time I read the Bible, and it's not every day, I try, yes, most days. But every time I open it, something speaks to me. And you could say a little prayer that God will speak to you. That's why they call it the living word, that God will speak to you through those Bible verses. All right, guys, more coming soon. Thank you so much for being here. God bless you, each and every one of you. I love you, and I will talk soon. Now, I have to close out of 2 different things. Okay, so we're going to end